Hey everyone, Slashback here with MX6 Games, and here's day 2 of our base. Now I wanted to give you a diagram of what we're going for here. You can see we have a 5x5 area, that hole that we're going to dig out, and there'll be walls around that. And then the outer corridor will be a pit, and above that we'll have rails and spikes on that. And our base will be in the middle. And you can see that we are 6 below ground here, and we'll have a nice platform on the top for shooting the zombies as they fall into our pit. So let's get to it. Day 2. Let's see. Oh, and watch out, because sand is kind of not very structurally sound. And I just ruined the entire hole, but that's kind of good because it made less work for me to dig out here. And just going around, getting more wood today, stone today, lots of fiber, and I think we'll try and get some clay. This is the Indian burial ground here, so that's why there was the coffin there with some loot. So, of course, because I made this hole, I no longer have the protection of the ground above me when we hide out there underground, so I'm just going to make a bunch of frames and fill it in. Fill in the ground level there. And this center pillar is going to be the main entrance and exit of our base here. Most of the way there. Getting some more wood. Other goodies we come to. I don't know how you get so much wood out of a cactus. I mean, I grew up in the desert, and you get some ribs, and most people, I've seen houses where the roofs are made out of them, like old western houses, so I guess that works, but it's not really like lumber quality. Alright, and if you check on your map and you find some gray area, that will lead you to clay, which we're going to grab a bunch here, because we're actually going to try and make some cobblestone later on. So just dig it all up here. It helps to be on the edge of 2 different biomes, so you get the benefits of both. The problem with being in the desert is it's also really hot there. You can see the temperature's already like 100 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm overheating. So should probably just go jump in that river. Remember to always get them when they're down. Ooh, looks like I got lucky here, and I got another stag on day 2. I already got the one yesterday. We'll just mark it because I don't think I have space to carry that meat. Speaking of which, we should probably put in a chest and a bedroll, so if something bad happens, then we'll be able to get back here. You can see our floor is starting to take shape here really nicely. Alright, yeah, let's go. Get some, now that we have some cans that we found, we'll eat the food and go get some water. And cool off by jumping in the river there. That'll keep us wet. You can see on the left the little umbrella icon for a bit, but we'll dry out pretty quickly in the desert here, and then we'll start getting hot again. Got some water. Let's get some meat here. We don't have our roof done, so we're not actually gonna make too much water yet, because we don't want to attract the zombies, especially from the smell of cooking. So we'll just make a little bit of water here, because when you're overheating, you dehydrate really quickly. And let's make sure, let's get that roof on there. Might be a little bit safer here. Almost done. And one thing you want to watch out for is this sand is not very, doesn't have very much structural integrity, so you generally don't want to put things on the side of sand that are really heavy. That's what the support column helps there in the middle. Let's get some hatches on here, and we're almost all set. Aha! Now we're gonna start weeding our lawn here and start making some cobblestone so we can actually build the border here in cobblestone instead of just wood. So the space is actually coming along pretty quickly. Day 2, and we already have some cobblestone foundations going into it. So if you remember, we made the 5x5 hole in the middle, so the 7x7 frame here, this is actually going to be the walls, part of the walls going up and down of our base. And so those will actually be exposed to the zombies later on. And what I like to do is always add a waypoint for the airdrops if you have that turned on, so just when you leave and you come back, it gets rid of the little orange marker, but at least if you have your own waypoint added there, you can go find it later on. More things before it gets too dark here. At least it gets a little cooler at night. But we still need water. Ooh, is that a mining helmet? That's gonna come in handy at night. Let's finish this up here. This is actually starting to look like some decent fortifications here. Oh, run, let's get some water. Oh, chicken. Gotten pretty lucky with the animals this game. I need to put something so I can find that better when I'm running around, since it blends in. Don't worry, it'll be a lot easier to see later on. Okay, so we're on the bottom floor of our base here. And tonight, since we're pretty much protected here, we're going to work on adding a second floor in the middle. And once we get that done, we'll move on to defining the walls of our base here. Let's just get a little bit of food going here. We'll probably attract a number of zombies, but they won't be able to get us down here, so we should be safe. Getting out in the morning might be a little more difficult. Alright, second floor, here we go. And one thing I like to do is I like to offset the holes. That way, if you put a ladder going from the bottom to the top, you won't be able to put a hatch on your second layer because the ladder and the hatch have to take up the same spot. So what I like to do is I like to rotate it 90 degrees. And so I have the hatch, I have to walk around a little bit and then go up to the top, but that doesn't really bother me. All depends on how you like to play. This way at least I don't fall down from the top and land on the bottom floor if I mess up on the ladder or something. Alright. So that's looking pretty good. Yeah, so in the middle on one of the sides, we're going to go out 2 spaces, and then we're going to go all the way around to make our wall. Oh, there's my mining helmet. Yay! So this is the wall we got going here. I like to put the floor in it as I go. Makes it look a little more official, I guess. Later on we'll extend this tunnel to be 3 wide, and we'll replace the ceiling right above us here with cross beams with the pillars, and then on top of the pillars we'll put some spikes so we can access the loot and repair the floor here. Yeah, yay, now we got a corner column of cobblestone here. It's starting to look better and better. Just for tonight, let's see if we can't make it all the way around the base here. Get some good walls. Helps counting when you put the floor in as well, making sure you've gone the correct number of spaces. So since the inside's 5 wide and the wall then is 7 wide, each tunnel is going to be 9 long. I like to count with some frames here. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Make sure you put your good foundation for cobblestone or cement or whatever you want to do. That way you don't have to dig it up later and put it back. Oh, good thing we left these as frames here too, so we can take them out and put them back in. And that's day 2 here. Good progress. Oh. Sounds like we got some. And make sure you like and subscribe so you could see day 3, and hopefully that'll be up shortly. Catch you later.